Hi, I was just reading this audiobook, The Courage to be Disliked, and it's based on Alfred Adler, and this is the Adlerian philosophy, and it actually states that the human goal is actually to belong and to feel significant. So within that, he explores a number of principles and philosophies, and in essence, he talks about how all problems and issues are actually as a result of interpersonal relationship problems. They're interpersonal relationship problems, and at the base of this is actually the understanding of the separation of tasks, because when people interfere in the tasks of others, that is what causes emotions in people. So if you tell a child, for example, to go and make their bed and they don't make it, as a parent you probably feel some sort of anger or something. Why are they not taking your orders or accepting orders, and all that kind of feeling of being it's almost like a vertical relationship that you have authority over them. But in essence, there's actually a separation of tasks, because once you give the instructions, the actual for them to actually do that, it is their task, and it's not something that you have control over. So there is that key understanding of the separation of tasks. If let's say you've got a business meeting that you've arranged and you're expecting some people to turn up, there is the separation task of that they may turn up or they may not turn up, and that is nothing to do with you. That is not your task. It is their task. And then he explores three key principles that as human beings we need to understand, and they actually make the essence of us in terms of how we actually feel the need to belong and to feel significant. And the first is the self-acceptance of the irreplaceable individual, the irreplaceable self. Because every individual person is different. There's over 7 billion people in the world, none the same. So the first is to actually accept that one, as an individual, is different, is made the way that they are, and there's nothing you can do about it. You cannot change anything. So the first understanding is that self-acceptance. Accept self as an irreplaceable self, as an individual which is indivisible. You are who you are. You accept this me as the me that you cannot change. Self-acceptance is key. And the second is actually the confidence in others. So treat them as comrades. So you treat people as comrades, not essentially as someone who you have control over, but someone who you have to work with. And this applies even to children or any single person. You look at them as comrades rather than people that should bow to you or just obey you. But everyone, you need to have a holistic view of people rather than a vertical view of people. So confidence in others in the sense that you have confidence that they will conduct themselves and they will do things and they will behave in a way that is in accordance with what they believe and who they are, and just the confidence that they will do the right thing and conduct themselves in the best manner. So that is a fundamental principle as well, because if you start off from a basis of having doubts and things about people, you've already created a judgment, and you may not get the best out of them, because whatever they do, you've already passed judgment. But have a zero base. Just have confidence in people and just treat them and look at them as comrades. And the third is actually our contribution to society to make us feel that it's okay to be here. It's okay to be here. So just that we can be good, contribute something to someone who is next to us, the next person who is or with us, or society as a general, or our children, or through the work that we do. Just the contribution to society gives us that feeling that we are worth something. We are worth to be here. It is okay to be here. And it's not just from the actions and the things that we are actually doing, but just from our presence as well of being here. So that is another fundamental key principle that he explores. So have your self-acceptance, confidence in others, and treat them as comrades, and also our contribution to society to make us feel that it's okay to be here. Now, the third principle he explores is about the freedom. So where does freedom come from? So freedom, essentially, according to Adler, comes from our feeling of the contribution to others that gives us our self-worth, but it's not from actually seeking approval from those people through the actions that we are doing. So it's not doing something so that we can please our other people and have their approval. So give an example, if someone you're doing maybe let's say cleaning or something in the household just so you can get approval of the parents or someone. So it is not that kind of freedom, because in essence you probably don't want to do that. You don't want to do that, but you're doing it because you want to get approval from someone. So that is not freedom in the Adlerian philosophy aspect. This freedom is just a feeling that you're contributing something, you have your self-worth, and it's not through seeking approval from someone, but just your general feeling. So maybe you do charity work, or you do something that gives you self-worth, but it doesn't matter actually whether someone gives you that approval or someone says good job or something. It doesn't matter at all. It is just a good feeling that you have, that it's okay for you to be here, and you have that freedom, and you're free to express yourself in the best way that you feel is it's a good feeling to you. So without actually seeking that approval from somebody else. So it is that courage to be disliked, because the way that other people will see it and feel about it, it is that separation of tasks. It is not your task at all. It is their task, and it is not something that you can control, but you can control the contribution you're making and the feeling that you're getting from it. And that is what gives you the freedom, not the seeking approval for that which is you're doing, for those actions, but just your own feeling inside. He goes further to explore the meaning of life. So what is the meaning of life? And actually he concludes by saying that actually life has no meaning. And I say it again, actually life has no meaning except for the meaning that we place on it. So each individual person will place meaning to life in accordance with how they see it and how they feel it. So he gives an example of this war hero who was actually badly injured with a bomb in a war zone, and he was quite badly defaced, and every time he was when he went back home, he would walk and get on the bus, and people would actually say nice things to him and give him even a seat in the bus and all of that. So in his mind he began to see the world as a very good place, and everyone is a comrade and everyone is nice. However, in the same scenario, someone can see the world as this harsh world which defaced his face, and it's horrible to be here and all of that. So you can see that people will give different meaning to the world, different meaning to life, depending on how they see it. So in essence, life has no meaning except the meaning that you actually place on it. So you can place a meaning that the world is a good place, I have something to contribute, I see everyone as my comrade, and I have self-acceptance that this is the me, the irreplaceable me. You can have that view of life, instead of a different life. So that's why people will see the world differently. People will see certain situations very differently. People will hear and listen to messages and interpret them differently, because they apply different meanings to life in accordance with how they see it. That is the essence of life. It's got no meaning except the meaning that you place on it.